All right. Here's fingers crossed to a stream not going so disastrously as what happened last Wednesday. That's all I fucking ask. Okay. In case anyone might end up watching this for the first time and wondering what exactly I'm referring to, this isn't the first time I tried to get like a stream playthrough of Ocarina of Time off the ground, because the last time it happened, OBS crashed the stream twice, like within a 10-minute period, and I needed to just completely uninstall and do a clean reinstall of my entire program. So going back to this first hour is gonna be kind of weird for me as far as what the fuck do I talk about? Because I feel like anything that I did say about this I've already kind of already said back then. And I don't know how I feel about just repeating it to myself. Or whatever, let's try not to stress about this stuff too much. I mean, this is supposed to be more of a chill stream, or as much of a chill stream as I can make for something that I have played at least half a dozen times and tend to go completely out of my way of just 100%ing the whole thing. So we'll definitely try that. I don't know if I can guarantee that absolutely everything in 100% would be shown on stream, because yeah, I'm not too big on wasting away an hour more on a fucking fishing minigame. Oh well. This will at least make for a nice third game to kind of keep myself busy. Well, third game activity, I guess, because Year of the Mecha is a bunch of different games, a new one every week. This, meanwhile, is yeah, this is the other thing I can focus the stream on, in addition to still chipping away at post-game stuff in Stranger of Paradise, which admittedly I'd say I'm starting to slow down my pace through that game now, since I've gotten past the current hurdle of not having a good enough equipment level, but that's all just for being able to more comfortably tackle the exact same missions again, but on a newer difficulty level. Still fun, though. I don't mind playing it while waiting for a year from now when Wolong has its PC optimization improved, as well as all the DLC that it's gonna get out and released. But never mind that, time for a classic game from almost 25 years ago. Came out near the end of '98. Just to make me feel fucking old. Everything's definitely holding up as well. I haven't decided to try and switch back the RetroTinks resolution for N64 to back to 1080p, which was more 960, because there were slight letterboxes, just so it was a cleaner integer scale. But I don't know, I decided to just keep it on 720 for just for the extra security of not dealing with audio desyncs. Though I guess also, yeah, that just comes to mind, as far as, other stream-related stuff, on the tech side. I am happy to announce that, my replacement component distribution amplifier, I finally got one, And as it turns out, all I had to do, which is what I should have done the first time, was just hunt down the exact same model of amplifier that I had before and just buy that one. And this one was extra nice because I guess it was barely used because it was shipped to me with like the original box and packaging. We're not gonna talk to you, Surya. I don't care. Like, I just wanna... I'm just gonna get all of my shit right now to start. Yes, I know. Depriving any would-be viewers of, like, seeing the dialogue in this game, be it either for the first time or just, reminisce about it. But with how I'm choosing to play this game, you know, tough shit. Just wanna go through all, like, the familiar gameplay motions. And there we go, sword get. Alright. There we go. Now to start getting money for the fucking... for the shield. Which should still go relatively quick. Alright. Yeah, why not? One of those details with this game, even with how old it is, that I always appreciated were just like the things you could interact with by way of just swinging your sword, and one of those was always cutting up signs, and it would like prevent you from like being able to read what was on that sign. Alright, 15. 25 more to go. Oh, damn, that was a lot. You don't need to tell me anything, Navi. I got it. I need to get rich first. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's this house that has, like, the 4 treasure chests. Not a whole lot of money out of it, but it still helps. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is Mido's house. Mido. You know? The shit kid bully that's technically preventing us from going to see the Deku tree. So really, it's all well fucking deserved. Alright. There we go. And lastly, free 5 rupees for jumping over a pond. No thanks. Man, going back through like this first opening stretch of the game is the most could not give a single flying fuck about anything plot related. In fact, it's probably going to continue that way by and large for the rest of the playthrough, because I mean like that's probably the best guaranteed way that like I'm ever going to like get through this game on stream. Oh shit, that's right. I forgot to equip the shield first. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I own the shield, but I forgot to put it on my person. Fine. Here it is. Let me through, dickhead. Well, for one, I'm not an arrogant, self-important piece of shit. So think about that. All right. Get some sticks. All right. I mean, I already know what it is. I don't need to listen to it again. You need me to go inside you. I get it. Just open up already. Yep. Alright. I mean, I'm not always gonna, like, press the button if I can help it, but sure, I'll pretend that I will. Okay. Inside the Deku Tree. Easy as shit first dungeon. Ah, fuck. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Eventually I'll get better about remembering to manually hold up my shield when it's most important. I mean, if it's not now, then it certainly will be by the time I get to, like, Stalfo's fights as Adult Link or something like that. Okay. And there's the map. Which technically shows, like, on the map model itself, like, kind of like a rough diagram of what, like, the floor plan layout at Nintendo of Japan's headquarters were at the time. Allegedly. I don't know, it's so abstracted and low res at some point that it could plausibly either be that or not. Kind of like how people always assume that 451 in Looking Glass games were always, like, just a Fahrenheit reference, when in reality it was just, like, the door code to their office. Which is something that they only explained after they shut down, because they were like, oh boy, that'd be a huge breach of security if that was known when they were still around. Okay. Now to get going and grab our slingshot. Oh. Alright. Yeah. we already know how to use a freaking slingshot. And now to climb up to the higher floors. Now that we got something to deal with spiders. There. Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. I was almost worried that, like, where that Deku nut landed, I thought it was gonna be, like, inside the chest where I couldn't grab it or something. That would have sucked. Doing this sort of playthrough, you know, considering kind of like the example I've set, like doing playthroughs of other Nintendo series on this stream, which at this point, like, that mostly just includes stuff like the 3D Mario platformers and the Metroid Prime trilogy. But the idea of effectively doing them in, like, series, I'm still contemplating whether or not I even want to, like, possibly do more of, like, the older 3D Zelda games after this. I mean, for me, Majora's Mask would seem like a no-brainer, considering that is still, like, my favorite Zelda game, by far. But at the same time, I know that it's like, I think ironically, I would end up having, like, more to talk about if I was, like, playing something such as Wind Waker or Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword, considering that all of those are, like, whichever one is third place after Majora and Ocarina is, like, a very, very distant third place for me. But, like, each one kind of falls very short that way in, like, a number of number of different ways, essentially. It still probably would not lead up to me, like, playing something like Breath of the Wild. Because at this point, with how long that I have held off on actually playing that game, especially when, like, another 3D Zelda game that's a direct follow-up to that is coming out in a couple months, it's like, I'm almost tempted to just be, like, a spiteful shithead that just, like, continues to not play it out of principle. Which sucks, but I think I wouldn't be feeling that way as much if it wasn't for how, I don't know, just how much of, like, a feeling of, like, a zeitgeist I missed or something from, like, people just talk about how, like, it was such, like, a big deal for, like, not just for, like, the Zelda series, but also as far as, like, open world games in general. The fact that, like, it was that particular genre done the way that it was, the Nintendo way, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's the sort of thing where I'm pretty sure if I were to just, like, bring up to someone, yeah, I feel like playing, that I'm gonna play Breath of the Wild, I would not be surprised that there are, like, a bunch of motherfuckers out there that would come out of the woodwork to either try and, like, get me hyped up or downplay my expectations any further, like, try to, like, actively control what I'm gonna think about it, like, going into it. I guess it's kind of for the same reason why, like, I've still not played Persona 5, even though I played through 3 and, you know, like, watched the old Giant Bomb endurance run of that game, back, like, all the way back in, like, 2008. No, 2009, rather, when that was. Jesus, that was a long time ago. Just what I feel like the kind of discussion around and the kind of people that talk about it is like, I do not feel like engaging with this right now. Basically, the only chance I'd probably have of actually playing Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is if it's like so many years after the fact that that the Zelda series somehow moves on from like this current design methodology that Nintendo has landed on for like its main games. That's the only way I would see that happen. Because otherwise, like in my head, I feel like I have like a nostalgic fondness for like the older 3D Zelda games, you know, like basically the lineage of going from Ocarina of Time all the way to Skyward Sword. So I guess like Zelda, weirdly enough, as far as my experience and like current interest, feels more of a retro franchise than it actually is, since it's technically still ongoing. It's still modern. Kind of different compared to how it is with like 3D Mario, where it's like, you know, I probably wouldn't mind getting around to like playing Mario Odyssey again, but this time doing it as like as a stream. The only difficult part about that is because I think if I remember with that game, it's like you can't make like additional save files, so it would probably be the sort of thing where I would need to be not so lazy on the idea of just like making like a second account on my Switch and then just like running like the stream playthrough file on that. This is why games need to not get rid of allowing you to like save like your game files in multiple slots, as well as be able to copy or delete them freely. Fuck taking away these options, you shitheads. Okay. All right. Now then, time for this room where, as I like to do it, I completely nip the Goma larva problem in the bud by just not allowing these things to hatch. Because you just kill them while they're on the ceiling, like so. Okay. And that's all the web's gone. Good. Oh, that's right. There's like a small chest over there that like I didn't even bother opening. I don't think it's any rupees. I don't know. It could be. Yeah, it's just a fucking recovery heart. Who cares? Oh yeah, that's right. I need to carry the light from this torch, because all the others are way too tall. Alright, time for the secret combo. 2. 3. And number 1. You figured our secret out. Now I have to betray my queen and tell you the weakness to the boss of the dungeon. Look what you made me do. It totally was not of my own volition. Okay. And there she is. There we go. First part down. Next step. Shoot her ass down from the ceiling. And there you go. I still love how that is like just one of the like fastest normal ways of killing Goma that just completely removes a lot of like the possible danger and extra threat that could come in that fight, considering that she like uses it to summon like little larvae. All right. Yep. Cleared the parasite problem in whatever I guess would count as like your stomach or whatever. Yeah, just go on. Just give me the exposition. Yeah, thinking more on it at the very least, like sometime this year, I definitely do want to play, like, Majora's Mask. All the other, like, 3 main, like, 3D Zelda games that came after this is, like... I think it's mostly, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, like, if I'm playing them, it's like, I kind of want to go to, like, the effort of getting everything in them. And I've done 100% complete playthroughs of, like, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword before. But they are so long and, like, dull in spots. Wind Waker especially, I kind of realized, like, after actually doing it for real that way, that it was probably, like, the most tedious thing ever, just because of, like, how much it... Weirdly enough, like, as unique as it is to that game with, like, the whole sailing mechanic, it, like, sailing across, like, the ocean with, like, a lot of nothing happening on there kind of makes it just one big pain of a checklist. And then Twilight Princess, meanwhile, is just more like, yeah, this is just you just made a game that is supposed to feel like Ocarina of Time 2.0. Just the same thing again, but bigger and bigger, not necessarily being for the better. Skyward Sword, weirdly enough, I think I actually didn't mind as much, like the collection aspect. It's just, you know, that game has mad pacing problems where, like, just the biggest issues it have come from having to engage with the critical path. But yeah, maybe Majora's Mask down the line. Regardless, now that I have, like, the part of, like, my component video setup all fixed now, I could definitely get back to, you know, like, playing some other games on my systems where, like, that's my main method of video output. Because it's just as video, and that amplifier has continued to work fine regardless. I'm almost thinking maybe, like, just the main way to, like, ensure that, like, this new amplifier doesn't give up after a while is maybe to just kind of leave it on the floor with, like, the port sticking straight up. I don't know, because I had it, like, wall-mounted was the thing. And I feel like that might have contributed to, like, I don't know, maybe, like, some stress being put on the plugs and the inputs with gravity kind of weighing it down as they're jutting out to the side. Might be an unfounded concern, but whatever. I've had enough technical problems and bullshit to deal with literally ever since this year started that I just do not want to take any chances on these sort of things anymore. I mean, for fuck's sake, like, I'm just sticking to, like, a PNG form for the foreseeable future. Until, like, I know absolutely that, like, that adding back, like, my VTuber model and, like, webcam isn't going to, like, cause some new things to break. And there's the Kokiri Emerald. Okay. I appreciate the compliments about being courageous, though, even though I think that wouldn't be, like, my first description for myself. I mean, whatever. And now our tree grandpa is dead. All right. Not even gonna listen to the whole story. Not like I tell you, you ungrateful shit. Okay. Alright, time to leave. You kids ain't stopping me. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Okay. And this is around the point originally where, like, the first attempt at streaming a playthrough of this, the OBS had crashed, and so far it's not. So yeah, good job. Everything's actually holding together. Who knew? All I had to do was just do a clean reinstall of, like, a earlier version of OBS back when it was around version 27 or so. The fact that you can even still go down to, like, earlier versions of OBS and it doesn't, like, break the actual streaming portion of the program. Like, it's actually able to still accept your stream key and output to like Twitch or YouTube or whatever your platform of choice. That is so nice to have. Here we are, Hyrule Field, in the middle of what is basically the most shallow box canyon imaginable. This was definitely like one of those like level design kind of concessions that the series had for so long. That like, as each 3D Zelda game went on and on, well, it was more like after Wind Waker when they went back to this, where I felt like the idea behind like just these sort of overworld fields essentially being these like these short rock wall box canyons. Like, I get it for the time in the context of, like, this game and Majora's Mask. But Wind Waker, at least with it being on the sea, you know, what was cool about that is that, like, you could be out on the ocean and they didn't need to, like, render every single thing that was, like, out in the distance. They could just, like, load in each individual island that you were coming up on. But then you got to Twilight Princess, and it's like, yeah, we just did Ocarina of Time again, even down to the fact that, like, we just, except they made it even dumber, where it was like, yeah, you know, like, the size of Hyrule Field in the original Ocarina of Time? Yeah, we made 10 of those and stitched them together into one bigger field. Which just looks real dumb when you think about it. And Skyward Sword, I mean, at the very least, they kind of tried to split the difference with, like, the above the clouds bit trying to be Wind Waker-like, and then like, the ground floor was, like, more dense. It was, like, more... less like the overworlds in these, and, like, more akin to, I felt like, you know, like, kind of being outdoor dungeons, as it were. Okay, come on. Get all the rupees I can out of here. This guard doesn't care. He's not getting paid for any of this shit. Actually, yeah, I think that's enough. Alright. Now I guess the next thing... Gotta get an upgrade to, like, my slingshot Deku Seed pouch. And engaging in just one of those minor things where it's like, thank God I'm still using an original N64 analog stick for this, even if it is slightly loose, because the alternative is with an aftermarket stick that is way too stiff for like, this sort of manual aiming that you have to do. Yeah, it's like I would be overshooting a lot more. Ooh, that was close. There we go. First try. Let's fucking... Hell yeah. Thank you and goodbye. I'll be sure to do this with you again in like 7 years when I need a bow and arrow instead of a little kid slingshot. Alright. Yeah, I know. You don't need to tell me this shit. You also don't need to trick me with your fucking dialogue prompts, you asshole. There we go. Puts us at 5 tokens. And now, obviously, the next thing we gotta spawn in Mallow. Oh yeah, that's right. Normally I would have talked to her, like, and gotten, like, my first dialogue prompt with her, like, in the town square. Oh well. It still works out. Alright. Got the weird egg. Now for the start of, like, an ultimately minor, but still kind of weird to have it in this game, like, fucking stealth segment. Whatever, it's not too bad. All it really amounts to is just running the specific path. Because the guards are ultimately short-sighted and have very narrow, like, view radius, essentially. Like so. Seriously, even with this being at night, how would no one be able to, like, notice a fucking kid just running across the field like this? Unless it's also the fact that, like, he's wearing green, so, like, I guess it technically acts as camouflage against, like, the grass. Alright. Alright. Wake up, you fat fuck. Ah, yes. Talon. Not to be confused with Mario. Since him and the Indigo are, like, just meant to kind of look like Hylian versions of Mario and Luigi, vaguely. There you go, run off. Just gotta get this fucking box all the way into position. Sure takes its sweet time pushing it. There we go. All right. Commence the virtuous mission. Yeah, this whole thing is just fucking whatever. I mean, it's still kind of dumb, where it's like, it's funny, they're like, this came out in '98. Even though it was, like, not being made with, like, kind of like any knowledge of, like, what else was being developed around that time and coming out that year. But like, '98 was the year in which the first Tenchu game, plus Metal Gear Solid, plus Thief the Dark Project all came out. Basically putting forth their own stamp on, like, the stealth game genre. And then you have shit like Ocarina of Time, which has like 2 areas that have you doing, like, stealth sections. in a game where, like, that's not really the focus because they're just kind of making, like, a big 3D adventure where anything kind of goes. You know, but it's a pure and enjoyable, like, fantasy type of adventure behind it, you know? Like, it's the sort of thing where, you know, I've definitely described, even when it comes to the older 3D Zelda games that I consider best, you know, which are like this and Majora's Mask. These are games that are ultimately, I best describe as like the sum of their part. Greater than the sum of their parts, rather. Because even in terms of just like raw gameplay mechanics and kind of like fun creative spaces that are to be had in them, you know, stuff like Mario or Metroid has these games beat. But they just have a lot of different elements that come together that like make them still enjoyable, in spite of all that, you know? Alright. Next thing. Okay, yeah, there's nothing else from there. Oh, but here's the funny one. Asshole just threw a bomb out the window at me for, like, knocking on it with my slingshot. That was his first response. Not what all the other guards would have, which was, hey, you're not supposed to be here. It's like... What an asshole. Oh, that was the first thing you noticed, not the clothes. Or the sword and the shield and the hat. All right. Alright, there she is. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's not familiar at all. You might be thinking of Link. I don't know, that asshole. I don't... I'm just me. Yeah, alright. Yeah. Still no crashes. This all bodes well. Especially when after this, by the looks of things, gonna be doing a whole lot of collecting shit in all the different areas of, like, the overworld before we actually get going to, like, the second dungeon. Hmm. Oh, oh, I just pressed B and that, like, skipped through all of that. Well, whatever. Yes, I did. You don't need to repeat it. I don't want you to remind me of, like, some owl that just loves to do that sort of thing. And, of course, there's the villain. There's our boy Ganondorf. With what I still think is, like, the best, coolest design that, like, he's ever had. Out of all the games he's been in. I don't know. I liked both, like, the armor and just how, like, top-heavy he was. Where it was, like, I don't know. Like, later designs kind of lean into the idea that, like, the armor that he was wearing was, like, so thick that you couldn't see him having, like, any sort of slim figure behind it at all. But it's like, nah, even with, like, his outfit in this game, he's, like, positively ripped. No wonder they went back to that design for, like, Smash Ultimate. Yeah, adults are pretty shitty at listening to their own kids. Alright. Yeah, we'll get those spiritual stones in time. There's just a lot of stuff that I also need to get at the same time. You know, like heart pieces, gold Skulltula tokens, all that shit, you know? There you go. Alright. Now to learn our first song with this Ocarina and then get out of here. Hey, Impa. Okay. That's probably not the fastest that I could have, like, knocked those particular notes out, but it would also have likely led to me accidentally hitting the wrong one and then it just giving me an error like, nope, try again, idiot. I will say, though, that animation where he's holding up the ocarina and looking at it after he learns a song has always looked so doofy. I think just because of, like, the way that, like, where he holds up the ocarina and how it obscures, like, oh, like, the mouth area of his face. It just looks so dumb. Alright. We know where we're going first. All the way to Kakariko. Alright. Very nice. You can tell I played these games a lot in my past where my main habit when out in the open field is to always, like, mash the A button to roll, even though I think there's been, like, enough analysis or proof to be had about it where, like, no, it doesn't absolutely make you go faster, but it sure makes you feel like you are. Okay, first things first, the graveyard. Just from there... no, we'll help you with your chickens, lady. Well, we'll help out in a bit. Right now, I need a new song. Okay. I'm wondering if it was possible for me to, like, get, like, a decent amount of money out of, like, those patches of grass, but apparently not. Oops. Fuck. There we go. That's much faster. Okay. Sweet. More money. There we go. And the door opens. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near the Redeads. Why would I? We're gonna eventually pacify them before long. And second song learned. The ability to change the time of day. Which is a real vital fucking thing to have. In a game where you have like a real-time day-night cycle. Something Twilight Princess sure as hell conveniently forgot. God, that still bothers me to this day about that. Anyway. Done. Could just walk past these with, like, no problem whatsoever. Later. Now then. Let's get some stuff from here. Whoops. There we go. And now we wait for the slow decomposition. Seriously, I wondered what was even the point of them, like, of their bodies lingering around for so long. There we go. First piece of heart. Hello, Dompe. Don't mind me literally doing some grave robbing. And a free Hylian shield. An item location that took me a long time to actually realize had ever existed, because I always would just buy it from... Would just, like, buy this particular shield from, like, the Hyrule Market Bazaar. Sometimes at full price, others after a discount when you do a particular thing. Anyway... Time for something that's going to be a bit slow and tedious, to say the least. We gotta play this game. We gotta play this man's grave digging game. Because there's a chance that, like, what he digs up will give us a heart piece. Alright. Oh, fuck off. Well, that does not bode well. Whatever, we'll try and keep going as far as we can until we go broke. Come on, old man. Finish getting up the hill. Yeah, it's like if I run out of money on this, I'm not gonna sweat it too bad. Oh, never mind. Thank you, RNGesus. You have blessed me this night. Alright, later. Okay. Now let's go and get our hands on like these cuckoos. Get them back into their pen. And remember, unless you want a bad time, do not anger the cuckoos. There's one. Yeah, where did the one that I throw go off to? What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, this is the one that I threw away. Right, I remember now. Like, near that particular set of stairs is a crate, and like the cuckoo is hiding inside it. All right, coming for you, asshole. All right, 3 down, 4 to go. Oh my god, come on, just pick up the... There you are. Come here, you little bastard. Alright, that's 4. I think like the 5th one I need to get is over by the village entrance. And this one, we got a bit more of an extended use with. All right. Here we go. Now stay there for a while. Gotta make sure that, like, these remaining cuckoos, we get them all the way, like, back on the other side of the fence where we came from. As well as not fall into that hole on the ground, because, oh boy, that will just reset all your progress, and that's not fun when that happens. Alright, now to get these last 2 in there, and we can finally claim our reward. Alright. I found all your birds, lady. I really do not get why you feel the need to, like, tend to these birds, even though you claim to have an allergy when handling them. So what obscure indie title are you scraping up from the bottom of GOG this time? Well, stop me if you've heard of this one. It's a little-known game from a series called The Legend of Zelda. Zelda no Densetsu, I believe, is what it's referred to in Japan. Also, High Grunt. Trust me, though, you bringing this shit up is like, I'm almost, like, motivated. Oh, neat, and that little girl in the green hat must be Zelda then. Yes, that's correct. Yes. Yeah, this is Zelda's, legend. Yeah, that's who we're playing as. That's the weird thing, though. It's not actually a girl. It's a boy. The game's actually weirdly progressive about having like a male lead that goes by like a female name. It's actually pretty impressive, all things considered. All right. Anyway, how's your day been going, man? Yeah, this is pretty much like a this is as much of a chill stream as I can like hope to have, considering all the other stuff I usually play on this channel demands some amount of focus. I need to fight stereotypes further by learning to play music on a potato. Yeah, it does kind of look like one. There we go. 6th token. Now we gotta do some more hunting for those little golden spiders. I'm assuming this is the randomizer run. That is correct, yes. This is OG hardware that running my original copy of the game that I've had like since 2004, actually. Funny enough, yeah, I think that was like the year when I had gone like after my very first N64 was sold, you know, in order to afford a GameCube. I later bought like a refurbished N64 and in the year of 04. Came with this game as well. And the nice thing about like this particular copy is that this is the one that actually has all of like the like original things that later got removed in like further revisions of the game. Like the like I think more notably would be stuff like the music in the Fire Temple, I guess. Like that was when they got changed, or like the symbols on the mirror shield, and also Ganondorf bleeds red blood instead of green. So yeah, very valuable game to me, at least from like nostalgic, from like a nostalgic standpoint, you know. Okay. Now then. I think there's just 2 more that I need to get that are currently in the village. And I forget if we're... No, I think actually, like, yeah. And once we get, like, 10 tokens, we're actually going to be able to claim our first reward. that could be had with these things. There it is. Got it. Yep. Yeah, that's the story of, like, this place. Everyone that lived into this house got cursed to transform into Skulltulas. Don't worry, I'll free the curse for you in time. It might just take me about 7 years, I think. Definitely one of the best things you can get when playing through this game is a fucking wallet that allows you to hold triple digits. It's not as mind-destroying as Majora's Mask, but there's some good body horror stuff in this game. Yeah, there definitely is. I mean, like, there's already, like, some fairly dark implications from, like, certain things in this game already. I mean, never mind the fact that, like, the Redeads are always, like, one of the more consistently creepy enemies that the series has ever had. Anyway, now that we got everything done that we needed to in Kakariko, let's drop by the ranch. We can definitely get some more stuff from there. Redeads and the many spider-related monsters get a lot of people. They sure do. Yeah. Weirdly enough, I think as, like, a very young kid, I remember, like, even as early as, like, the Goma larva and Goma in general from, like, in the first dungeon in the Great Deku Tree, kind of creeping me out a little. This is the sort of thing where it's like, yeah, it didn't look explicitly like an existing bug, but it certainly looked like one. And, like, the big glowing eyes, the glowing singular eye that each one always had, was definitely a bit unnerving. Okay. Time to go hunting for some Kukos that look not different at all, really, from the already existing Kukos that are just running around in this room, because Talon is such a slob of a person. Super Kukos. Completely indistinguishable from regular Kukos. Gave some pretty impressive atmosphere setting chops for the 64-bit era. Definitely does. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like no fucking wonder they kept putting off this game until they felt it was ready by 1998. There it is. It's not, like, even though they don't look different, it's not that hard to kind of get an idea of where each of the three Kukos land, because you can see, like, the start of their flight trajectory. There you go. Now we got 2 bottles. Now, next thing I guess that we gotta do here at the ranch is obviously get Epona's song. Or Epona. I guess depending on how you want to pronounce it. It's no grandma's soup from Wind Waker. That's true, yeah. I mean, like, for one, if I had to make the choice between, like, getting a, like, specialty type of milk from a ranch versus some delicious warm homemade soup made by my grandma, you know, either of my grandmothers back when they were alive, I know I would take the latter, you know? Like, that's just the sort of thing that just feels homey. Hey, Malin. Think you could teach me a song to play on this potato ocarina? Yeah, just like, introduce me to your horse friend and she immediately runs off. And got it. And this next part I always find funny, considering it's like your first introduction to Epona, she just runs away. And now that you played her song, it's like she doesn't even stop moving. Like, she'll just like run right into you and keep pushing you when given the chance. All right. You actually got glitter in your flute. That stuff will never get all the way out, and I think it's a carcinogen. Oh no! Don't worry, I'm sure there's a magic spell for that in this universe somewhere. It's fantasy. You absolutely know for a fact that they wouldn't have any sort of, like, modern medicine to treat things properly. They just get, like, some potion or some bullshit and be like, man, drink this. I don't know where it came from. Just double checking to make sure we're at. Yep. 2 heart pieces, 13 Skulltula tokens. Eli Lilly or Pfizer is trying to come up with a cure for glitter right now. Yeah, any day now. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Yeah, because I need to make sure there's enough fucking space to reach, like, the hole in the back. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, if we're going with, like, other game kind of references. Yeah, totally a fragment of an E-tank, which... Fuck, that is still so funny to me, thinking about it, where, like... The idea of pieces of, like, an E-tank in a Metroid game was an idea that never... That, like, never came up as something, I think, until... Well, I didn't play Samus Returns on 3DS. Maybe it introduced it there. I just mostly recognized when they started doing that with Metroid Dread. So maybe it was in the 3DS remake of Metroid 2. That might have been it. Still, it's one of those things where you look at it in hindsight and you're like, man, why didn't Nintendo just, like, do that same thing? Also, I realized I had not actually used the in-game save prompt whatsoever up to this point. Might as well do it. Next thing I gotta do, though. You might think that there's no reason to go anywhere in this direction early on. But we're going all the way to the Gerudo Valley. We're going all the way to the west. Because there are some tokens and, like, some heart pieces that we could still get. Oh. Oh my god, this asshole. I've seen too many randomizer runs at this point to remember where anything is ever supposed to be for real anymore. I'll be honest. The idea of, like, playing randomizers of, like, of games like this, one of those things where it just, like, has zero appeal to me whatsoever. I just like the idea of playing a game where I know the design and where everything is set in stone. And it's all just a matter of, like, I don't need things to be randomized in order for me to justify the need to replay it. I'm more than fine knowing that everything is exactly where it is and just optimizing my play further and further. Oh, look at that. A gold Skulltula that we are never going to be able to get at this point in time because we do not have, like, an item to grab the token. Whoops. Oh, well. Oh, wait, hold on. I just realized something, what I actually need. I think... Yeah, there should be a rock around here. Tie the Kuko to a Deku stick and get it that way. Oh, that'd be something. Yeah. Alright. One of these rocks should... Yep! There it is. I remember just coming up that I need to have, like, some bugs on hand if I want to get some of the gold skulltulas. Since there's a good number of them hiding in soil, that we gotta use bugs to kind of sniff out. Okay. And now we slowly descend. What? What the fuck? Okay, that is... Okay, this is a weird issue right now. I don't think it's doing anything that's, like, impacting the stream currently, but I think, like, my recording encoder in OBS just fucking crashed, but the stream is still going. So I sure don't know what the fuck to make of that. Yeah, honestly, at this point, it's like... I think I would almost just settle on... Like, when I go to upload, like, the archive of this stream to, like, my YouTube channel, I am just gonna pull the VOD directly from Twitch, assuming that it keeps the recording going all the way through on that end. Yeah, that is fucking bizarre. Yeah, the actual streaming part itself is still going. That is weird. Well, I guess I'm not completely free of, like, my woes with OBS finding new ways to fuck me over. Yeah, unfortunately it is. And this still had to happen, like, after I did a full reinstall of OBS, like, just clean the entire way. Alright, whatever. To explain why my avatar is so angry right now. I mean, it always kinda is. It's more like it's almost like varying levels of pissed. Because, yeah, there's this, but then there's also this. And then there's this. But, like, I try and save that for, like, especially dire circumstances. Oh, well. Anyway, we're in Lake Hylia now, but we're not doing anything with this place just yet because I need to go back to the Gerudo Valley entrance. Very angry eyebrows, most fearsome indeed. Yeah, I mean, I basically designed this avatar to look like a character that would have existed in a Go Nagai manga. You know? Something that, like Devilman or Mazinger Z. That sort of thing. Okay. Could have gone with Junji Ito. Yeah, that's true. That that certainly would have been different. Yeah. Regardless, I'm at least proud of, like, this approach I went with instead of just trying to make something that looks like that it fits the typical, like, anime style that you see for all other, like, VTuber or PNG avatars that you see out there on Twitch. You know? Wanted something that was at least different. Something that fit me, I'd say. Seen way too many of those blue wolf furry avatars. I've seen way too many of those freaking, like, Ojo-sama, like, cookie cutter template, like, avatars. Oh, thank God, I made the platform. I was worried after a point if I wasn't gonna make it, but I did. Oh shit, I think I just realized I forgot to get, like, another bottle of bugs, because I realized that there's now, as well, like, another patch of soil coming up, I think it is, where, like, I need some bugs to lure out a Skulltula. Unless it's, like, in the same area as well. Then I guess it's not too big of a problem. All right. I'm just gonna do something real simple that's, like, impossible to forget. The fuck? Hold on, what the hell? Okay, fine. For what it's worth, I think that was, like, the first time I had ever, like, tried to see if I could cheap out by just making an entire song that was a single note. Oh well. I tried. It is amusing, though, that, like, they did just, like, allow, where they just, like, put that limitation in place. There we go. We got some bugs now. And hopefully I will be able to remember that Scarecrow song for later. I mean, it should be easy enough to remember that, and I'll have, like, these stream archives to remind me. Come on, get in there. Okay. Next up, swim to that island in the southeast and hopefully get the Skulltula there before it becomes daybreak. There. Made it. And that should put us at 16. Nice. And you know, I guess since we are in Lake Hylia, you do know what that means. There's a healthy pocket full of spiders. Well, it's the tokens. You know, it's basically what was inside of them. It's not actually the spiders themselves. But yeah, as I was about to say, we are in Lake Hylia, which means there's only one reasonable thing left to do. And that is fishing. Alright. Yes, it's true. I do have a Rumble Pack. It is in my N64 controller right now. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I understand. And depending on how long this goes, this might actually be the last thing we end up doing for this stream tonight. I don't know. Like, I at least know with, like, this fishing pond, like, when you go here as young Link, that, that, like, the biggest fish of the pond that you want to go for is always, like, around, like, this spot. There it is. That's actually what I wanted. Come on. Oh, shit. I don't even think that was the right one. Although it looks like a pretty big fish. Oh, no. Fuck it. Unfortunately, with, like, the fish I that I was trying to target and ended up attracting another one, I think I need to leave the pond now and, like, re-enter. Yeah, whatever. We need a fish that's at least 10 pounds. You know, that's what we need to do if we're gonna get a little heart piece. Alright. Trying this again. Yep, just making sure that was correct. Yeah, I just gotta hit A, like, during the cast in order to keep the line itself from, like, shooting too far. There it is. Come on. Get it? Oh, fuck off. It's okay, he's not scared away yet. Come on, just grab it, you fucker. Ah, shit. Come on. You gonna bite or what? Yes! Okay! Do not lose this fucking fish. Come on. There it is! 10 pounds on the dot. Hell yeah, I'm keeping that. Oh, that was nice. Thank you for that, good sir. Oh wait, that's right. Hey, I got a bit overzealous there for a moment. I was about to take that fishing rod. Anyway. You know, I still feel like I got a bit of energy from that triumph of like getting that 10-pound fish. That I think I'll do a bit more of the collecting of things. Which I believe like the next stop that I have to make is in the Lost Woods. You know, and well, the Kokiri Forest in general. So yeah, let's go and do that. But so far, man, not a bad stream. Even if I did get hit with like the recording part of OBS just going kaput for no reason, apparently. Like some of these problems, I genuinely have like no honest-to-God clue what causes parts of the program to fail the way that it does. But it's not the entire program crashing, so honestly, I'll take it. Alright. And it's nighttime, which means it coincides nicely with getting some more Skulltulas. There it is. Yeah, we'll see Saria momentarily. All right. And there's our second and last Deku Seed bullet bag. We can finally hold the maximum amount of ammunition for this thing. Cool. And now for a little game of Simon Says. Down left A. Alright, let's focus. Down left A, down. Down left A, down right. Okay. And that's that. I did not even need to go to 8 notes for that. Oh wait, I still have to do even more. Right, fuck. Okay. Gotta keep doing this, I guess. A right down. A right down right. Okay, that's especially easy. Yeah, there's another layer to this. Oh yeah, that's real easy to remember. Of course, they need me to do it a third time at the least. Okay, down left A. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing in beat. I'm just gonna make this go any amount faster that I can. Oh, it's the same as the first one. How convenient. Alright. Ah, yeah. Making me go to 8 notes for this one. Alright, and it's right. C right as the last note. Got it. Now give me my fucking heart piece. Thank you. And goodbye. Alright, I know, you're gonna explain the whole deal. Way too many notes in that song. What kind of song has that many notes? I mean, half of the songs that you play on the Ocarina itself, you know, like the max it goes up to is 8 notes. Anyway, I don't need you to explain the gimmick with the Lost Woods, you dumb owl. Just let me through. Just follow the music. Admittedly, even if you weren't following the music, you would at least notice that there's that like the blackness of this tunnel being completely black means that you can pass through. But if you see black with like a faint light at the end, that means it's gonna like boot you out of the forest. So there's at least a visual element to this whole maze. Alright. Come on, Wolfos. And a single jump attack to its backside kills it instantly. Very nice. Come on. Okay. Jump attacks auto crit. Yeah, I mean, jump attacks by default do twice as much damage. It's a major reason for why, like, my strategy for defeating the first boss of the game super quickly is based all around that. And it works. Basically, it takes about, like, 4 to 5 jump attacks in total, and Queen Goma goes down super fast. Okay, then. Let's get our 4th song. Not to spoil anything, but I hear the Dongos dislike smoke. The Dongos, at the very least, they hate explosions going off on their insides. They like rocks, but not bombs. Which seems really hazardous considering how this is a universe where bombs are able to just, like, grow naturally in the world and reside next to rocks. I mean, they're more like plants in this case, which still makes less sense, but, who cares? Wow, a song that induces long-range telepathy. Well, I guess they do have to have the fantasy equivalent of, like, a phone call or something. Anyway, I'm gonna actually get one last thing from around here, and then I'll call it quits for the stream. There's a fairy fountain nearby, and I feel like just for the sake of having something in one of these bottles, which, actually, if I'm gonna do that, because I know I'll still be needing, like, bugs for, like, future patches of soil, I'll drink up the rest of this milk and then reuse the bottle to hold a fairy. And then we'll call it quits for tonight. And I'll see about getting, like, the VOD, like the stream recording that Twitch will have, like, on its end. Download that so that I have a local archive and then get that up on the YouTube channel. So that's that. Yeah, next stream's gonna be moving on to Year of the Mecha, since, like, my co-commentator for that, again, is, like, gonna be... Does getting Twitch's version come pre-transcoded and stuff? Yeah, I think, like, just the main difference it has is that, because, like, Twitch, because of it being stored, like, on Twitch's version for, like, the initial 2 weeks, is that it is going to, unfortunately, include, like, any sort of, like, dropped frames that occurred over the network, so it's not going to be as smooth as it would have been had I just uploaded the local recording that I always make with these streams when I go live. You know? Like the archive, like the VODs that I put up on my channel aren't normally taken from Twitch, because I usually have a local recording that just, that, like, if there's something kind of that gets fucked up with the video, that's usually on the rendering and encoding side of things. Which, by the looks of things, it seemed to be, like, doing a good job of not having that issue until OBS decided to trash the recording for no reason. Whatever. I'm just glad that that was the only thing that broke and not the stream or the program itself. But yeah, I'll get that resolved, as well as get everything ready for the next Year of the Mecha stream, because that's going to be Virtual On or Terrio Tangram, and I got a pretty complicated setup planned for that thing that I'm hoping will work out tomorrow. And then after that, I guess, like, between that and the next Year of the Mecha stream, it's just going to be more of this game, which I might think about adjusting the start time on when I go live with, like, my evening solo streams. Mostly because I've been kind of missing, like, as a result of, like, my current work hours, I've been missing being able to do streams on Mondays. So I was thinking I would, like, kind of get back to doing streams on Mondays, and then having that spaced out between Wednesday and Friday and Saturday and all that. But I would just move everything forward by an hour, so it would be starting at, like, 7 p.m. my time, which still works out because, like, I pretty much settled on the fact that I'm fine with just keeping streams to around, like, 2 hours on average, unless there's, like, special occasions where it's like I'm playing something and I'm enjoying the streaming aspect of it so much that I don't want to stop too early. But everything else, I'm perfectly fine just kind of keeping to, like, this 2-hour time frame that I've been sticking with. That said, though, thanks for stopping by and watching. It definitely makes what is basically just, like, a 100% chill stream. Next time Princess Link uncovers Ganondorf's secret identity. Yeah, it turns out he's a pig. Well, yeah. Thanks, Palazzo. Yeah. See y'all next time. For when that may be. Take care of yourselves. Later.